Okay, I want to talk about...
WESPN, War Eagle Sports Network, bringing you live coverage, commentary, and interviews. Everything Heritage Sports.
Welcome back to Kicking It with Snipes and Hayden. Today we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and what we think is going to happen.
So we're going to talk about some simulators today and predicting the game's key success on both teams.
So, what are you thinking the score of the game is going to be?
Right now I don't really have a score. Of course, I'm a Broncos fan, so I don't really have a prediction right now. I will talk about the keys to success. I think Denver offensively, they need to run the ball for at least 100 yards. Peyton Manning has to limit his turnovers, if none at all. I think they don't need to have any at all, honestly. But Denver must control the ball offensively. They must have time of possession. Defensively, they must control Cam Newton, and I think that they'll be in good shape if they can stop Cam Newton.
See, I'm a Packers fan, and they didn't quite make it this year. So I'm going to have to, I guess, be a bandwagon and go Panthers. I mean, it's just they're unstoppable this season. I mean, Cam Newton's come out of his shell, and their defense is amazing. I think if Denver has any chance of beating them, they're going to have to just shut down Cam Newton, and they're going to have to run. Because Carolina guarding the pass is almost perfect.
Yeah, I was going to say they have Josh Norman and Cortland Finnegan out there as their corners. Two really good corners for the Panthers, honestly.
And I mean, I don't really like Peyton. I mean, I've met him. He's nice in person. But he's just, when people say he's better than Brett Favre, it just grinds my gears. So, I mean, I'd like for him to go out with the win because, his time's coming. But at the same time, I just don't think he's going to pull it off.
Well, we'll see here as today is Tuesday, and of course Super Bowl Sunday is just coming up, and it should be a good game as it is Super Bowl 50, of course, and I would love to see Peyton go out with a bang on Super Bowl 50. Let's get to talking about some simulators and predictions. So right now the web has the Carolina Panthers picked 64% over the Denver Broncos, with them winning 31-22. Now this is everyone's predictions on the web, so the Panthers seem to be favored in this.
And then another simulator they do every year is the Madden simulator, which has always been crazy accurate. In fact, 9 out of the past 12 years they've done it, they've got it correctly.
They've predicted the winner the past 9 of the 12 years.
And last year, they guessed the exact final of the game. They picked New England to beat Seattle 28-24. That ended up being the score. So this year, Madden ran its simulator, and it's got the Carolina Panthers defeating the Denver Broncos 24-20.
In this simulation, it is the Panthers jump out to a 17-0 lead at halftime. Peyton Manning and the Broncos come storming back to take a 20-17 lead in the fourth quarter. 41 seconds remaining. Newton scrambles and gets in the end zone for a game-winning touchdown to win it 24-20.
I mean, that's pretty probable. it's just, I mean, the Panthers just have such a balanced team. I mean, if they need to air it out, they can do that. If they need to run the ball, they have the running backs and Cam Newton could just scramble. And Peyton Manning, I mean, I don't really see him running out of the pocket much.
Well, he took off against the New England Patriots for a 13-yard run for a first down. So
probably his first one in, 10 years?
I don't know about that, but I think Denver, honestly, they need to stop Stewart. They have to stop him. That he cannot run all over him like he has been doing. I haven't really paid attention to the Panthers much because I'm not much of a Panthers fan. But how has their passing attack been? Have they had a decent passing attack?
Oh, yeah. And the one kind of, I shouldn't say a sleeper because, I mean, a lot of people know him, but Greg Olsen just always has a huge impact on the game. Just always. I mean, if they're ever down or they need maybe a first down, you'll usually find the ball in Greg Olsen's hand. And they got what's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Ted Ginn? Maybe Ted
Ginn.
Ted Ginn Jr.?
Yeah. He's always, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen such a balanced football team. And I'm just glad the Patriots aren't going again because I don't like the Patriots.
So I'm going to look at the previous games that they've played. And the Cardinals, oh, wow, they actually had 335 yards passing. Against the Seahawks, they only had 161. Of course, that Seahawk has that tough defense that limited them to 161 passing yards. Cam Newton has appeared to gotten a lot better with the ball. He's only thrown 10 interceptions this year with 35 touchdowns. He's thrown for 3,837 yards. He seems to be doing really well. The games that he has more lower stats, apparently the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, the Falcons, the Eagles, and the Seahawks kept him under 175 yards passing, which still isn't that good, but it's pretty decent compared to all these other teams as he chewed up the Giants for 340 yards passing about a month ago.
I'm seeing that he had 3 interceptions against the Eagles, but they still managed to win that game.
They did. Honestly, the Panthers' defense comes through in the clutch just like Denver's, I think, a lot. I think both defenses are really aggressive and they're hungry for this game. The question is whose offense is going to show up and take it at the end.
And one of the other things that everyone looks forward to during the Super Bowl, the commercials. I know people never watch football in their life. They watch for the commercials. What is one of your favorite commercials from the Super Bowl?
You know, Doritos always has a lot of good commercials. I really don't have a favorite, honestly. But you can always expect Doritos to have good commercials. Last year they weren't as good, I think, but let's see if they got some better ones this year.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of the Doritos ones. I remember 5th grade, there was a commercial during Super Bowl, and it was like a little heart, and it was walking around and talking or something like that. And my music teacher thought that was the worst thing in the world. She sat us down the whole class period and told us how disgusting it was and how commercials have gone horrible way. And I thought it was funny. And I don't remember what it was for, but I thought it was funny. So, another big thing in the news, Calvin Johnson retired.
This surprised me. This was his 9th year in the league, and to see him retire, I was actually talking to some friends about it, and with Charles Woodson retiring, of course, this year, and I believe Justin Tuck has retired too. All the players that I grew up watching as a 10 or 12-year-old kid watching them, they're all retiring, and it kind of makes me a little bit sad, honestly, to see them all retire.
I just don't. Calvin Johnson's still young. I mean, sure he's aged, but Jerry Rice played till he's 50 something? I don't know. He's old. And Calvin Johnson has this size. Like, he's almost unstoppable.
And they were saying that his knees and his ankle are getting kind of bad on him. And his ankles and knees are getting pretty bad on him, and they're affecting him greatly to where he can't play as well as he'd like.
Well, back to our Super Bowl. I'm thinking my prediction for a score 60-0 Carolina. No, I'm kidding.
That's a pretty bold prediction.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna go 35-24 Carolina. What are you going?
Like I said, I'm a Denver fan. First off, I'd like to see a Denver victory, but I wouldn't mind seeing a good game too. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game for the most part. Everyone said that it's going to be, around the 24 to 28 range, 20-point range. I'm thinking, let's say, I'll say 21 to 20 or something close. It's 20 to 17. I think it's going to be a fairly low-scoring game, honestly.
Well, that's all the time we have here today on Kicking It with Snipes and Hayden. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see a good game of football this Sunday, the last one we'll see in a while.
We'll be back next time to discuss some NFL players going into the NFL, or some future NFL players, maybe some upsets and stuff like that in the draft, and we will review the Super Bowl if we come back after Sunday.
So, have fun and keep kicking it here with us, Snipes and Hayden.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Can I kick it?